right, listen up. This is the Music Scene Podcast. I am your host, Dave Cudrak. Today on the show, we've got the Gab Cinque Band. They are a very popular, I want to say cover band, but they're also very much original. They are from the Asbury Park area, which I learned something in this conversation. I learned that the Asbury Park area is primarily an original music scene. Where down here in South Jersey, where I am, it's primarily a cover music scene. So it was interesting to kind of talk all about the differences between the two scenes and really kind of get to know their backgrounds. She almost was on The Voice. She made it very, very close to The Voice. And then her guitar player that's with us, his name is Matt. He actually subbed for a member of Heaven's Edge. If you're local to the Philadelphia area, back in the 80s, there was a band called Heaven's Edge that was big time. And yeah, he played like a half an hour with that band at some big festival. So we talk all about that stuff. So very interesting conversation. We get two great songs at the end, so stick around for those. And yeah, here's my conversation with the Gab Cinque Band. All right, we're here with Gabby and Matt from, what's the name of your band again?
The Gab Cinque Band.
Gab.
That's my name.
Right.
Gab Cinque. Cinque.
Okay. I never knew how to pronounce it. I see it on Facebook and everything, but I was always pronouncing it like sink.
Yeah,
like,
it's number 5 in Italian, and they say C like cha. So
gotcha.
Cinque.
Okay, cool. So Gab Cinque Band.
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Yeah. That's it.
All right. And what do you guys do? Like, you're primarily a cover band? I know you have original music, but what's your show like?
Well, we started out kind of marketing it as just a cover band, just to get in the big rooms, because our area, at least in Asbury Park, is super oversaturated with original bands. So I was like,
oh, really? Okay.
Let's stand out by just getting in the rooms first.
Right.
And now at this point, we play originals and covers. We try to sneak them in whenever we can. We do separate original shows too. Like, we just played this past Friday in Reading, Pennsylvania, and that was an all original show for Red Cross.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the name of the venue?
Legends Live
okay.
in Reading, Pennsylvania.
I think I've heard of that. I've never been there, but I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, It's cool.
All right.
Good
nice.
people.
Yep. And Gabby, you're the singer,
Yes.
right? And Matt, what do you do?
I play guitar.
Okay, guitar player. Cool. How long have you been? Are you guys original members, or have you been in the band long? Or?
I joined the band a little bit over a year ago.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've never been in like an original project before, so it's been really interesting to, get with other people my age finally that that are into the same stuff as me. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Cool. What kind of stuff were you into?
I'm into all classic rock, like Van Halen and Ozzy and all that stuff.
Okay. And same with you, Gabby?
Yeah. Heart is my favorite band.
Oh, nice.
I really like Free, like any classic stuff, even Van Halen, Zeppelin,
cool.
all of it.
Is that what your show kind of consists of? Is it mainly classic rock?
It's mainly classic rock. Like, we do some Kansas, like Foreigner, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of like hard rock too, though. Metallica.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Limp Bizkit.
Nice. The venues that you play. So I'm not really familiar with the Asbury Park area. Do you play mostly there, or do you play kind of all over?
So in Asbury, we try to do mostly original shows around there, because that's really what goes on. There's some cool like bar towns in our area, Belmar, Point Pleasant.
Yep.
We also do Atlantic City, but we should do more stuff out of state. Like our best venues, probably Bottle and Cork, Beach, Delaware.
Okay.
They painted us on the wall last year, which is super cool. Yeah, that's where we're gonna be there like every weekend this summer. And that's definitely my favorite place to play.
That's awesome. Why is it so cool? It's just a big party place.
Yeah, it's just people all day. They have these jams they start at like 3 in the afternoon, depending on the day, every weekend, and it's like 3 or 4 bands, alternating sets all day. So everyone gets to like hang out, all the musicians, and the place is packed all day. Nice. It's a huge room, like half indoor, half outdoor.
Right.
And the whole town of Dewey Beach, like these people just love music and drinking all day.
It's like the Sunset Strip for cover bands.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's insane there.
Nice.
If you haven't been there,
I haven't been. No. Do they? I'm going to guess the answer is no. But is there do you know if there's a spot for like a solo acoustic guy, like
Yeah.
myself? Like, are there bars?
Yeah.
Are there bars down there?
And
North Beach, Jimmy's. I think there's a couple other places that have it.
Okay.
We do Secrets in Ocean City,
Oh,
Maryland.
okay.
I think they do the same thing. There's a ton of bars there
Okay,
for
cool.
solo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what's your original music like? Is it similar to like a classic rock vibe or?
Well, we've kind of developed the sound, and we're still, still developing the sound every day.
Sure.
And now, well, we just added our drummer Anthony Flora. He's our newest member.
Mhm.
We also have Aaron Manzo on the bass and Fran O'Brien on guitar and keys, who I've been working with for like 5 years now.
Okay.
He's the original member with me.
Gotcha.
And you've probably been in the band the longest since him.
Okay.
And then Aaron came after that, and now Anthony. So now the more we're all in the same room writing, we're kind of developing more of a sound, but it's definitely starting as just like classic rock. I feel like every song you could hear different influences in,
Right.
Depending on who wrote the riff. Like Wounds is the song that Matt came to us with his riff.
Mhm.
And I think it's like definitely the standout song on the album.
Okay.
They're all super different though. Like Highway Funky is influenced by Betty Davis. Not the actress.
Yeah. That's the only Betty Davis I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
This is the album.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's called The Wheel.
The Wheel. Sweet. All right, cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that away from you.
No worries. But like stuff like The Wheel is a little like more bluesy. Scorpion is I don't know, it's just a weird song.
Yeah, like Egyptian sound.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Nice.
don't really like have a limit of like where we can go with the music. It kind of just at this point we want to put out some singles, but like for projects all in all, we're not kind of straying to one set sound. I'm kind of I'm like interested in experimenting with our sound.
Nice.
Completely. I love like the whole jam band thing, and I also really love like heavy music. So
Yeah.
I don't really see myself doing like one specific genre. Our first EP, we have another EP called Highway Junkie.
Okay.
There's a song on here called Highway Funky.
Huh?
but yeah, over time, it's just I feel like our sound is that we have some like southern rock kind of songs, some more like Chili Peppers sounding kind of songs, some songs that sound like Heart.
Oh, okay.
Blind is another weird song. I got into like Funkadelic Parliament, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all over the place with what I listen to.
Okay.
And the singer-songwriter stuff. I want to do a acoustic project soon.
Nice. Yep.
Take Your Shots, like Aerosmith. Yeah, there's just like tons of
That sounds like a nice mix.
Yeah, it's not like a set. How would you say like Wounds? It's kind of
almost like Alice in Chainsy.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
we do some of that too. So that's why I think the covers help, because we're able to like see what kind of covers we really like playing.
Sure.
And then it kind of like influences what we end up writing.
Yeah.
Based on, because I want to create a live show with the original music, and that doing the cover thing and reading the room and playing to a room of packed people, it's really like good of helping. Okay, like we need to write a song that people can sing along to, that's easy to remember, stuff like that. And it's definitely all coming together.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the scene in Asbury, because down here in like what I would consider South Jersey, it's very cover band heavy, right? And we've got very little venues around original music. But you're saying Asbury is primarily original music. So what's that like? I mean, how long are the sets, and is the pay decent? Like, not to get into the numbers, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it's actually funny because I grew up in Freehold, New Jersey, where like this is from. But that whole shore area, I grew up thinking that like the only way to do music is doing original music. I never knew that this like cover band thing was like happening until I joined my first cover band before I was even 21.
Okay.
And I realized like how outside of Monmouth County, New Jersey, the cover bands are the bands you go and see at the bars. But around us, it's like you go see what national act is in town.
Oh, okay.
And or like which, there's some the jam bands are big in our area. And there are cover bars and stuff that we play, and they don't pay nearly as much, and people don't support it.
So the original bands get paid more than covers?
There's really not. Well, in my area,
or is it all about the same?
I grew up being told that I needed to have a backup plan, like the whole like,
Yeah,
you
sure.
make money with music full time,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
that's totally like not true at all.
Really?
Like,
Nice.
but as soon as I branched out of my area, like that's it. Like Dewey Beach, people go see the cover bands.
Yeah,
Like they
yep.
become like their favorite in the area. And
Right,
by us
right.
in where I'm at, it's all just like the bands that play Bruce.
Mhm.
The favorite old guy that's been playing around forever, like there's a lot of like we're good friends with a lot of the bands. I came up kind of coming up with Brian Kirk and Eddie Testa, like all these guys
Okay.
that are known in our area
Yep.
so well. And that's kind of where we've established ourselves in our area, because
Yep.
we don't really play there that much. We play at Bar Anticipation.
Okay.
Um
Do you ever play the Stone Pony?
yeah, we did our first ever like original shows there. Me and Fran had like a total different lineup.
Mhm.
I think we were a 4-piece at the time. Yeah, we played there a ton of times.
Nice.
They're like they have like a showcase.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah, we're great friends with this guy Kyle Brendel, who like kind of runs the booking and everything.
Oh,
there.
cool.
We had our album release party at the Wonder Bar.
Yeah, that's
past
another big
December.
one up there, right?
Yeah, that's where we
Yep.
were yesterday hanging
Okay.
out.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, those bars were like we'd hang out there all the time. I try to kind of limit the cover gigs in our area, because it's such like in our area, it's if you're a cover band or you're an original band.
Okay. Yep.
It's like there's no in between. But like outside of that, you could just do originals and covers.
Right.
And,
Mix them together.
yeah, no one sees the difference. It's just a band. It's so weird how it's so different.
Sure. So when you're up in Asbury, in that area, playing original music, are you primarily like opening for whoever's in town, or are there showcases?
Well, we don't do the showcases anymore.
Okay.
This was like 3 years ago. We were just coming out, because before we did the covers, full like outside of out of state, we would like only try to do the originals.
Okay. Yeah.
And then some duo gigs.
Yep.
But then it just turned into like, why not play to packed rooms? Because it's so you can't sell tickets when no one knows who you are.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you can't sell a record unless you're just going to pour money into online marketing that you don't know is going to work. And, you get bots following you. But so I just figured the organic way of, all the Beatles started as a cover band.
Right.
All of the big bands, they started playing covers in bars, like Hailstorm even,
So the plan was to, get known as a great cover band, and then kind of hit them with your original music as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's fun to like go back to places that we normally do really well in, and try throwing in one or two in originals.
Yep.
Like throughout the night, just to see how people react to them.
Mm-hmm. Do you announce it when you're going to play an original, or do you just play it and see after?
Yeah. Or sometimes if like when we first started playing them, more like sometimes it's a hit or miss.
Okay.
And it's like I won't even say anything. We'll just go to the next song.
Right.
But
we don't have to tell them that's
it's honestly, it's great to like be able to like. We've formed such a great on-stage dynamic where we're all having such fun. And I feel like a lot of bands that start out as just an original band, they're kind of it's awkward. They don't know how to perform because they're trying to win over the crowd. But we already know kind of like how to have fun with a crowd and all that. Sure. So bringing in the originals, it kind of, as long as you keep the stamina going with the energy and have a great drummer kicking, it really, some people don't even notice. And lately, actually, I think we haven't really played originals unless people ask for them. And every gig, people have requested songs since we put this album out in December. More and more people are asking for the songs.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's fantastic.
So yeah.
How can people find that? I see you have a hard copy CD.
Yeah.
So where do people get that if they want it?
So I have CDs available at all gigs. They're $10. I don't have an online thing set up yet, but it's available on all platforms online. The Gab Cinque Band. It's called The Wheel. There's also Highway Junkie, which is 5 songs from June of 2023. I think.
Okay.
That one out.
Yep.
And we did a show in Asbury for that one too.
Oh,
the
cool.
Asbury Lanes.
Okay, nice. That's another big one, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
right?
They have like a lot of national acts coming in there.
Yeah.
We opened for a couple people. I don't remember his name. We did open for the Glorious Sons in City
did you?
Beach.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I know who they are. They're great.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
Yeah. So Matt, you play guitar. When did you first start guitar?
I started playing guitar when I was, I had guitars laying around. My dad has played his whole life. So
Oh, okay, good.
I had guitars laying around forever, but I didn't really actually get into it like for real until I was about 14, 15.
Okay.
And when I was 15, I joined a Aussie tribute band with my
Really?
dad. Yeah, and now my brother plays drums for it, so it's still
Oh, cool. What's the name of that cover band?
The Land of Oz.
The Land of
Yeah.
Oz. Nice.
But yeah, I've been doing it ever since then, and the wheel just kind of kept turning, and got a little bit bigger,
Mhm.
and we do like theaters and event centers and things like that, like casinos.
Cool. Nice.
And this is I was in a cover band right before this that I had left. My first gig with this band was New Year's Eve of last year.
Okay.
And it's been so much fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just been like nothing I've ever been a part of. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen your posts, right? I mean, you're playing big rooms, you're playing a lot, your calendar is like packed. And then when I see, videos from the shows, they seem like very high energy. The room seems to be digging whatever you guys are doing. So that's awesome, right? You guys are having a good time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
it's fun feeding off like the energy that they're giving back to us,
Mhm.
especially down in Dewey Beach. I think that's probably our best.
Yeah, and we know so many people there now. Like
Right.
we've kind of just become like part of the local scene.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And we go down for like the whole weekend, sometimes 3
Yeah.
days.
Well, that's what, like a 2-hour drive from Asbury, probably, or further.
Like 3.5 almost.
Oh, is it really? Wow, I didn't realize.
Yeah, especially like we do the holiday weekends, so those
Okay.
weekends with the driving and the
Yeah.
traffic,
Yeah.
that bridge is brutal.
Everyone's just gridlocked the whole way down.
Yeah, I bet.
But it's a lot of fun there. Like they give us drinks all weekend.
Yeah, right.
It's so fun. Like we'll bring a funnel on stage sometimes. And, like it's insane there. It's like a total different world
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, that's cool. What was that gig you guys recently did? You were on the back of a flatbed truck. Was it in a parade? Or
Oh, the Asbury Parade.
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Oh, for St. Patrick.
We were on the Light of Day float.
Okay, what's that?
The Light of Day Foundation. They raise money for Parkinson's.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's not just based in Asbury. I think it's
Yeah.
Like nationwide.
I
Okay.
think they do it in like Europe even.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah.
How was that? Was that a good time?
It was cold and it was weird moving around, but it was fun. It was cool.
Nice.
There's a lot of people.
Yep. Very cool. And do you play any instruments? I don't think I've ever seen you with an instrument.
Yeah, I play guitar and keys.
Okay.
I actually teach too, but
Oh, nice.
yeah, I usually like to play sometimes. There's a couple songs I'll play on, like Tom Sawyer,
Okay.
like the synth parts.
Nice.
but
Nice.
I don't like to be stationary too much. Eventually, when I can like figure out a way that's not annoying to like bring a setup for an acoustic, I would love to.
Right.
Especially like the more we develop the show, like when we need a break, when everyone needs a break, I can
Sure.
do something.
Yep.
So yeah, now that we have a set lineup and we're able to like rehearse every week, because that was always a problem, is like
Yeah.
scheduling.
Mhm.
So now everybody, we're all best friends. We all like to hang
Cool.
out.
Nice.
And we have now practice every week, and we write and rehearse new songs. So the more we're doing stuff like that, now we'll finally be able to change up the show. I'm planning on hopefully having like a totally new show over the summer, because we've been playing through the same songs. Like at this point, we have a repertoire of like
Yeah.
I don't know, like 200 songs like,
Wow,
on our
nice.
list. Me and
Yeah.
Fran, at least, like with
Yeah.
our duo gigs,
Oh, sure.
we're just always learning stuff.
Okay.
But
So
it's
you want
fun.
so like this year, when I say this year, I mean like 2025, you guys are looking to maybe like do different songs entirely, like just other cover songs.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
write
just like,
new stuff?
you sub out like Don't Stop Believing for Separate Ways.
Yeah,
Once you're
there you
sick
go.
of Separate Ways,
Yeah.
you got to find something else. Wheel in the Sky.
Yeah, there you go.
And we like to like harmonize too. Like we do Carry On My Wayward Son.
Oh, cool.
Fat Bottom Girls, and everyone sings for the
That's
most part.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
people really like that. So I want to do more stuff like that.
Yep. Very cool. What's the writing process? So back to original music, what's the writing process look like? Does everybody in the band write, or is it just a couple of people? Or
Usually one of us comes up with a riff, and then we'll send it to each other, and then we'll each build off of it on our own. And then in
Okay.
rehearsal, one of us will start jamming it, and then everybody else kind of like starts hopping in.
Nice. And do you write all the lyrics since you're the singer, or does
Yeah.
everybody else help with lyrics too, or no?
I mean, everything we've done so far, I've written the lyrics to. I mean, eventually we could do whatever.
Sure.
I want everyone to eventually be writing and coming
Mhm.
up with different stuff. Because even just like this, you could tell the difference of who's writing and stuff based on like what they're doing. And I think it's really cool to like I want Aaron to write a song. He hasn't
Right.
wrote a song yet for us. But
Okay.
he's very like The Doors.
Yeah.
He's our bass
Okay.
player.
Yeah.
So like I think that'll bring in cool elements. Our new drummer Flora, he's very Aerosmithy, and he's like a very rockin' drummer.
Yeah.
I've known him actually since I was like 13. We
Oh,
did like
really?
a rock band program together.
Oh, nice. Like at
but
school or something, or?
no, it's called Rocket Live at the Count Basie Theater.
Okay.
I like grew up doing everything there.
Mhm.
But yeah, for our writing process, me and Fran usually write together. The first EP, me and Fran wrote the whole thing. And we basically, I mean, for a while we would just kind of listen to music. Like we'll find an album, listen to it in the car. We listen to vinyls. Like
Sure.
we both have a bunch of vinyls, so we'll go out, like find a cool record. Like Men at Work, this random record, Cargo.
Cargo, great album.
Yes,
Great.
many people don't even like know about it. I found it at Goodwill for $2, so I bought it.
Yeah, man.
Not knowing, I thought the cover was cool.
It's got
Listened to it.
Down Under on it. And...
Dr. Jekyll. And
Yeah.
Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive.
Yeah.
That was the song.
Yep.
And that one just kind of like just like hearing certain songs. Like I remember Have a Cigar by Pink Floyd. Echoes influenced Highway Junkies, like intro, which is a different song. But yeah, so just stuff like that. Fran actually introduced me to like most of the music that I know. He knows, he's like a jukebox. Like he knows everything. He knows like facts about every musician ever. Like he's like a
an
genius.
encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, all like even like Heart. Like he showed me all their best music. I only ever knew like Barracuda and Crazy on You.
Okay. Yep.
And he showed me like Dreamboat Annie, that whole record, which is now my favorite album.
Nice. So where did you kind of start? I mean, have you been singing like your entire life? When did you realize you had a good voice?
Well, yeah, I've been singing my whole life. I'm an only child.
Okay.
And music's not really like too big in my family. Like I'm the only like actual like musician.
Okay.
My uncle's a comedian, a musical.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, Chris Covert.
Okay.
My parents are divorced, so I had like a lot of time to just be myself and do art. I paint too and stuff like that. So I always just did all types of art, like in any way. And I started doing like musical theater. Then I started doing like rock band programs, and then back to musical theater. And then once I was in like middle school and high school, I was like, I got to start writing. So I met some people. We would like hang out at this studio all the time, like in my area for like years and years. I did that, and we would do like pop music.
Okay.
But yeah, so then, but I always knew like rock was my thing, but I just like didn't have a band. I just had these producers that I was like hanging out with, which like that was fun. But yeah, I've always just done music all the time. I started playing keys. I like taught myself.
Yeah. How old were you when you started that?
I think I got my first keyboard maybe when I was like 10, 9 or 10. But yeah, mainly the only like validation that made me like want to keep doing it was like I would get like solos in a choir concert or
okay, yep.
Because like, you know, in our area it's a lot of, if you donate to the program you're gonna get more stage time.
Okay.
But my family wasn't like that, you know, like I was just kind of, I would be in the ensemble of like most of the shows that I did. Like I kind of was like a shy like in the background kid for a very long time. But like the rock stuff is really where I like came out of my shell.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because if anybody's ever been to your shows or just seen the videos online, like you're definitely not shy.
Yeah, I ran, me and Fran, we were on the radio thing at Brookdale by us.
Okay.
We ran into a guy who used to run the rock band program I did when I was like 13 to 15. He's like, "Oh, shy Gabby, you never used to talk." And I was like, "Really?" But yeah, I was like, when I was younger, like I was so shy. But like having this band and like being able to like go on stage, like I wasn't always like as expressive and like fun on stage. I would get like so nervous to even just talk into the microphone.
Right.
So when we first started playing gigs, I would wear sunglasses at every single gig.
Yeah.
Because like the making eye contact with people in the crowd, it was petrifying.
Sure.
Especially when like nobody's there.
Oh
so
yeah.
I just
got a half empty room.
Sunglasses on, and then eventually it's just like become way easier to just like naturally open up and like interact with people while I'm playing.
Yep. Was there a turning point for you, like back when you were little and still shy? I mean, was there like a play or something like that, or did you just kind of have to force yourself to do it?
Yeah, I think it was once I started getting like lead roles in like my school shows, like in 8th grade, I got the lead in Legally Blonde.
Oh, nice.
So like that was kind of like my validating moment. like okay, now like they actually aren't like overlooking me now.
Right.
And like that part is like the star of the show, so she's in every single scene, like constantly, like it's like big
You're-
numbers. So
you're the second Legally Blonde play person that I had in here. This guy Andrew Moorer, who's local to this area, he's like a cover and original guy, but he grew up in Morristown, New Jersey, right about
Okay.
20 minutes from here or so, and he was doing high school plays, and he got the part of the delivery guy that has to come into the has to bend over in the
That's
in the
so funny.
salon.
Yeah, I never thought I would like talk about that on a podcast though. It's probably like the first and only time I'll bring that.
Did you have to teach the bend snap or the
Yeah.
bend and snap?
Yeah, the worst part was I was in 8th grade, so I like had to wear the Playboy bunny costume, and they like didn't tell me not to.
no.
Like,
Right.
It was in 8th grade. I had this horrible blonde wig on because I'm not a natural blonde now, But yeah,
That's hilarious.
but that's where I kind of learned how to like the acting thing. I was part of an acting program in high school too.
Okay. Yep.
So like just learning how to like speak on
Right.
stage and like talk to people. That's kind of where
Right.
it
okay.
helped.
Any aspirations of doing acting before music came along, or was it always music?
Well, I did a lot of acting stuff. They didn't have a music program, so that's why I did the acting program because
Yep.
that was the way to like do the musicals.
Gotcha.
So I mean, we studied like even like Meisner stuff, like all that,
Yep.
Shakespeare, all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually dropped out.
Did you really?
Yeah, before my senior year.
Oh, okay.
Because I did a thing for The Voice. I was almost on The Voice.
Oh, all right. Tell me about that experience. That had to be crazy.
It was. I was 17, so if you're like under 18, you have to bring no, I was 16 actually.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my dad had to go. This was like a 2-year process to even get to where we were.
Okay.
Then we went out. There was like a whole audition. It was the scariest thing in the
Where was it? What city?
in LA.
Okay.
In Burbank.
Okay.
But yeah, they put us in a hotel for a week, and then there was like 2 rooms. It's like, okay, you make it or you don't, and they don't tell you. They just like put you in rooms and make you wait like 20 minutes,
Oh, jeez.
and then they tell you. So then we ended up getting through that round. Then they send you back. You go home for a month. They like do the paperwork and contracts and stuff. Then they call you if you actually got picked after that round when they told you already did.
Yep.
And then you go there for another month.
Wow.
And prepare for it's like, okay, you got an audition. I had to do school there. I wasn't allowed to tell. I signed contracts. I couldn't tell anyone where I was.
Geez.
People in my high school, of course, I'm in high school, so everyone's like, "Oh, she's in rehab." All the all the rumors start spreading. But it was like the best experience of my life. Honestly, it was so cool, and it was cool that my dad got to be there. They paid us every day.
That's awesome.
I got to rehearse with the band. I got to run the song on the stage and everything.
Oh, cool.
Costumes, makeup, the interviews with Big V.
Yeah.
But then the day before the audition, I think they had to like push back a day, so they cut 20 people just like right before. Like my family was like packed, ready to fly out the next day to come like tape. Like the rest of my family was gonna come.
Right, and you were going to be on the show.
Yeah, like it was set in stone. But thank God I wasn't, because the song they gave me, I told them I wanted to do like blues rock. Like I did a lot of like Etta James stuff at that time.
Yep.
And they gave me No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. Which is like the worst god awful song that anyone could sing to try to audition for something. So, so like it was a blessing in disguise. At the time, I was like crushed because I was like, you're like that close.
Yeah,
and
you think that's your shot.
And then they literally are like, "Oh, hey, like your audition tomorrow is not happening. Your flight's gonna be here in 20 minutes." Like it's literally like that.
That's brutal.
We'll send you a check in the mail. Which they did pay well. I think they paid us. I got my money after I was 18 because it was the Coogan account.
Oh, okay.
But it was like $2,000 or something, just for and $50 a day for food, and we got to eat at the hotel.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, you're not allowed to leave. Like,
that's crazy.
A whole month but we got to meet so many people. We got to like live with all these awesome. I'm trying to think who actually. Chevelle Shepherd won that season.
Okay.
I was like really good friends with this girl Claire and Abby Cates and like all these people that are like internet famous now on doing the thing.
That's cool. How did you even get to that? Did you send in like an audition tape or something?
So my dad would actually take me to all my auditions. Like we would go to like anytime there was an open call of Philly, New York, or American Idol, anything, we would go and wait in line and do it. And then so we did one in Philly. And we're like, after a while, we're like, these aren't doing anything. Like because they really do call people for producer interviews, auditions.
Okay. Yep.
Like those open calls are just all for like the look of it. They pick very
Oh,
very
I see.
minimal
I
amount of
see.
people from those.
Yep.
So they put you in a room, 15 people in a line, and you have like 30 seconds to sing. So I think I sang Rise Up by Andre Day.
Okay. And is it a cappella?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all acapella. You're just in a line. They'll be like, you,
Oh my
like
God.
all, and they don't even react, like nothing, no clapping, nothing. It's just like
That's brutal.
they have like a timer. They'll be like, all right, stop.
Yep.
Next. Like, and then so you're still standing there while everyone has to sing.
Sure.
And then they were like, all right, we're gonna keep one person. Somehow it was me. I was probably like 15 at that time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
My dad was in the room like crying, which is like, dude, I just got a call back. Like we're not there yet. There's like 15 other rounds after, maybe 20.
Yep.
But yeah, so they gave me like a red card and come back tomorrow to what's it called? Milk Boy Studios?
Milk Boy.
Yeah, in
In
Philly.
Yep.
So I come back tomorrow with like 7 songs prepared. I'm like 15. I've never done anything at this level, and I'm like, oh my God.
Mhm.
So we went there. I don't even remember what I sang. I probably overthink it. Just like I drove myself crazy. And I think they told me like no. Like they were just like,
Really?
we're good.
Mhm.
Like right
Yeah.
after that, you get all excited, and then the next day it's all like, all right,
Yeah.
go home. So then I think months later we got an email or a call or something from it was like McNulty Casting,
Okay.
who they cast the whole show.
Yep.
And it was like producer, like you're invited for a like callback audition. Like so like months later, like next season,
Oh, okay.
I just got invited to like the step after the
Oh,
one
wow,
that I
that's
did
awesome.
like the 2.
Yeah.
So like those open calls are like weird. I don't know how it works,
Yeah.
but
like the following year, you were able to like jump the
Yeah,
line.
so
Like I
then
guess they kind of knew
after
about
that,
you.
I started just
Yeah.
always going to those and like really taking the advice they were giving me.
Okay.
And the time I actually got picked, they were like, "We don't like your song. Go out and pick another one."
Oh, really?
And I was just like, "Okay." Went out, picked another song. I had like 10 seconds to just listen to it, make sure I was ready.
Mhm.
Went in, did it, and she was like, "Okay, you're good." And then
Nice.
after that, but I never have done those since
No.
shows. No, it was just especially because after watching it and after waiting like years, like
Yeah.
no one really like the people that weren't on the show have done more.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's
Yep.
weird. Those contracts
I
are
heard that.
so binding.
Yep.
I'm so glad because if you're on the show, you have to sign it. But I
Yeah.
couldn't get on the show, so
Right. But yeah, like I heard that, like, I mean, it was mostly about the American Idol contract, how like those folks that win American Idol, they're like owned
Yeah.
by American Idol
Yeah.
forever.
that's why you don't really hear about them much anymore. It was like the first once it started, it was cool. People,
Mhm.
it was a new thing,
Yep.
and then after like the whole Carrie Underwood group of people,
Yeah,
it's just
yep.
it faded out.
Yeah, after Carrie Underwood, it's like, I don't remember anybody on
Yeah.
American.
Yeah, like Adam
you know?
Lambert maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah. So anyway, that's cool though. All right, Matt, what reality famous TV shows have you been on? No, I'm kidding. So I don't know. I mean, you said you did the whole cover band and all that stuff. Any original music like on your own? Have you released anything or?
No, I mean, I was in a few like original projects that like lasted a few weeks. It
Sure.
fell apart. This is like the first real original music I've ever done, and like actually went into a studio and recorded, and
So
played one.
you're on that CD then?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
on I think 3 of them.
Okay.
But
Nice.
but yeah, this band is just so much different, like I said, than anything else I've ever done.
Sure. That's all.
And-
And how'd you get in the band?
From Instagram actually. I
Oh, really?
connected with them
Yeah.
on Instagram, and we had talked prior. I was in another band, like I said, and
Mhm.
I was just kind of waiting for that to kind of fall apart, and it
Yeah.
ended up happening. And as soon as it happened, I hit up Gab and I was like, "Hey, are you still looking for another member?" And she was like, "Yeah, we can get together and jam and see how it goes." And
Mhm.
I went over to Fran's house, the other guitar player, and it just kind of clicked right away.
Okay.
We all got along really good. I think that's the biggest thing too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When you're in a
Yep.
band with people that you really just click with and get
Mhm.
along with, it makes it so much easier to write.
Absolutely, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
I was in, 20 years ago probably, I was in an original rock band, and we only lasted for maybe 2 years. But, and in those 2 years, we did like 5 gigs, right? Yeah, we were always like replacing a drummer or replacing a bass player or something because nobody could really always get along,
Yeah.
And then finally, when it was like my turn to be replaced, I was like, you know what, man, this whole band thing, like, no thanks. So, I ended up taking like a 20-year hiatus from music altogether because, life just kind of gets in the way. But, when I started music again, I was like, I'm not joining a band. I just want to be the solo guy because I can make all the decisions. I can play where I want. I can sing what I want, and I don't have to split any money with anybody. So, But no, I feel you when you say it's important for people to get along because when we weren't, the band that I was in, it was awful, it was awful. And then having to replace players and all that stuff. Nobody ever leaves like on good terms.
Yeah, my old band, it was bad too.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
Yeah, well, it makes it feel like a job,
Yeah, right, exactly.
And it's gotta feel like fun.
Yep.
It feels like we go on like vacation every week. We're just like traveling fun.
That's cool. That's the great thing about doing music, right? Like whether you're in a band or solo person or anywhere in between, you go to bars and stuff like every weekend, but you make money instead of spending money, and that's a big swing financially. You know what I mean?
Even like the casino gigs, like I don't feel bad going and putting money in a slot machine. It's like I'm making money.
Right.
As long as I make more than I lose, it's okay.
Right. Exactly. Yep. So what's like the biggest audience you've played in front of? Has it been like Dewey's or something, or is there a show that kind of stands out in particular?
Probably Bottle and Cork.
Yeah, probably Bottle and Cork. I mean, as far as like our band goes.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I know you've done.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know who Reggie Wu is? He lives right down the road.
No,
Reggie
Heaven's
Wu.
Edge. Oh well, I know Heaven's Edge.
I filled in for him at M3 last year.
Oh really?
And that was like just a huge wake up call for me.
Yeah, man. What was that like? Tell me about that.
It was.
Well, first of all, what's M3? I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it is.
M3 Rock Fest. It's like a lot of like the 80s hair metal bands.
Okay. And so were you in Heaven's Edge for a day then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. He was friends with my dad for years, and he reached out, and his son was graduating college out in California, and he couldn't make the show.
Yep.
And he was like, if you can fill in for me, you got a couple weeks, here's the songs. And I was, I just made sure whatever was going on at that time, I was available.
Yeah, right.
Graduating.
Drop everything.
I was graduating college the next day.
Really?
So I had so much stuff going on, but I made sure I was available.
Absolutely.
It was such a cool experience.
Yeah, I bet. How where was it? Where?
It was Merriweather Post Pavilion in I guess where's that? Baltimore.
Oh, I think yeah.
Okay.
I know you're
nice. And we're talking what, 5,000 people?
Yeah, 10,000 people. It was
awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. How long was the set? Like,
I think we played for like a half hour, maybe.
Okay.
Half hour, 40 minutes. It was a shorter set, but it was just
sure. That's fantastic, man. I've never played on a big stage like that. I've never opened for anybody. So, I love hearing the stories about like, I opened up for so-and-so, or I played to this many people. It's great. I love it.
The stage was on, they had wheels under the stage,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a slot, a big circle cut into it. And there was a curtain, and there was another drum set and a whole other stage on the side. So when the band was done, the stage would just turn.
Oh, that's
and the
so
next
awesome.
band would just go on.
And then while they're playing, they're breaking down the stage in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Let's see what else. Any before we get to the performance, is there any kind of anything that we missed? I mean, I know I want to make sure like we don't leave here and you're like, oh, I wanted to talk about this or that. Is there anything you guys want to bring up? And if not, that's totally cool. I just want to make sure we cover everything.
Oh, where Shorefire.
Oh yeah.
We recorded both of our projects at Shorefire.
Oh, okay.
Long Branch.
Okay.
Mayo.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
okay. Shorefire. Where's that? Long Branch, you said?
Yeah, Shorefire Studios.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Shout out. What's the guy's name?
Joe DeMeo.
Joe DeMeo. Shout out to Joe.
He plays in Just Sabbath too, which is the same Ozzy singer as Matt's.
Oh, okay, cool. That guy's pulling double duty as an Ozzy tribute and a Sabbath tribute. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
And Dio.
Yeah.
And Dio too.
Yeah.
That's great. Fantastic. All right, cool. What songs are you going to play for us today?
What do you want to do? Wounds, Saving It?
Yeah, sure.
Wounds and Saving It?
And Saving It for You. And that one's from our other EP.
Okay, awesome. Where can people find your information, your socials, all that stuff? Tell me where people can find you.
At the Gab Cinque Band on everything, Facebook, Instagram, and that's CINQUE. And the GabCinqueBand.com.
Okay.
And your at is
_ Matt Stanley _
Okay. On Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys big on TikTok yet or no?
Yeah, I'm at Gab CINQ on TikTok.
Okay.
During COVID I used to like only do TikTok, and I had a couple viral videos. I had one go on Barstool. of me
Yeah.
pouring a beer
Mhm.
into somebody's mouth at a gig,
Yeah.
singing "Ironic" by Alanis Morissette.
That's great. I love it.
I think that was how I actually like discovered you. Was
Probably.
from that video.
Oh, really?
We were a 4-piece before. We weren't even planning on being a 5-piece, but we were like, Fran is so great on keys as well as guitars, so we were like,
Yeah.
we need to bring keys in.
Gotcha.
So it
Yeah.
was just like perfect timing. We were just like, all right, well, we're not getting paid enough for a 5-piece, but we'll just figure it out as we go. And then we just as time went on, it ended up working out.
That's
we got
fantastic.
raises for it.
There you go. Love it. What's when you say viral, how many views are we talking?
The one definitely got like over like 10 million
Holy
across.
crap.
Because they reposted it, then I got like posted on drunk people doing things on Instagram. But yeah, it got a couple million on like every one of the reposts.
Yeah,
People like randomly will get like a message that it was reposted on some like meme account that I like didn't tell them they could like take it, but I don't care. I'll take the publicity.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it. All right, cool. Well, Matt and Gab, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. This one's called Saving It For You. Lord knows I'm a salesman. I'm caught doing it again. I will take you to my temple. Once from heaven until this ain't the time for judgment. You know I'm friendly with the devil, and I've been saving it for you. This ain't the time for talking through, and I've been saving it for you. You've always been about the blues, so come on, light up my smoke, and I watch you stumble. I'm saving it for you. You try to speak, but you choke. You know the words, but you stumble. I'm saving it for you. Who cares what they're saying? This life can be so draining. You know I treated you so gentle. Who cares what they're saying? You never stop complaining. You know I'm friendly with the devil, and I've been saving it for you. This ain't the time for talking through, and I've been saving it for you. You've always been about the blues, so come on, light up my smoke, and I'll watch you stumble. I'm saving it for you. You try to speak, but you choke. You know the words, but you stumble. I'm saving it for you. I'm saving it, oh, saving it for you. Saving it, oh, saving it, oh, saving it for you.
All right. Nice.
This one's called Wounds. Slowly, the gravel's cutting through me like a memory. Train come to the station, not drowned in your memory that caused my pain and growing dirt on my wound. You never paid your dues. Those feet
It's only getting colder, drowning in the water. I thought you would save me, drown in your memory. You won't take me, throwing dirt on my wounds. You never paid your dues. Always feeling you, wondering what's wrong with me, taking every breath I breathe. It's left for me to lose.
All right, nice.